And a very pleasant good afternoon or good morning, ladies and gentlemen, depending on when you're watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in here to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on this beautiful Friday, July 18th. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday as we get ready for a warm weekend, heading into maybe the warmest week of the year so far next week. Okay, so you may be wondering, Bruce, I saw your show last week at the 4-H barn with the kids in Fairfield. What's going on? What are you doing wearing the eye patch? Well, from time to time, I may end up putting the eye patch on today because these lights are pretty bright. Had a emergency retina detachment surgery last week, or I guess it'd be retina reattachment surgery last week, 2 weeks ago actually now. And if you can't tell, looking at the screen, I can point it out a little bit to you. You see this eye is a little redder than this one. This one's working well. This one's working fine. This one is at about right now 10% or something like that. And sometimes the lights get a little bit goofy. So I doubt I do it today since I've already started out, but you don't be surprised and don't freak out and don't start. I've heard all the pirate jokes. Don't start telling all the pirate. Well, tell me pirate jokes if you've got them. But if you see me sometime around the area like this, don't feel bad. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. So I had a little eye surgery. Hopefully it's all taken care of, but thank you. I've had numerous calls and letters and folks who didn't realize what was going on checking on me. Thank you very, very much for all the well wishes. I do appreciate that. And the eye will heal when it heals. It might take a little bit. I think it's called a vitrectomy, along with they had a scleral belt put in. I believe it's called a vitrectomy. Now, I may have just, who knows, I may have just had a castration surgery, so who knows? But that's what it was. But thank you so much, all the folks who have checked. I appreciate it. What's going on here on today, the July 18th, Friday, July 18th, a ribbon cutting at Santa Smiles. Santa Smiles in, I believe this is in Florida. There'll be a ribbon, I take that back. Yeah, it'll be at Florida Ed Lewis Trucking. Ribbon cutting and open house at Santa Smiles at 5:30 this afternoon. The organization provides over 500 Christmas gifts to children in Clay County each year. Santa Smiles is located at Ed Lewis Trucking. You know where Ed Lewis Trucking is. Go to you go about as far south as you can in the industrial park there on the east side of Florida. So wonderful work they do. Also, it's the opening night of the Clay County Fair out at Charlie Brown Park. The Clay County Fair begins tonight at 4 p.m. with a 4-H barbecue at the REA building. So go out there, get you some good barbecue. I got more barbecue to talk about right now. You can do the barbecue out there, or I'll be up tonight at the 10th annual Effingham Jam Barbecue Cook-Off. Ladies and gentlemen, I may have a bad eye, but I still have a palate, by golly, and I am going to be one of the guest judges for the 10th annual Effingham Jam Barbecue Cook-Off. It starts at 5 tonight, goes till 10:30. There's bands tonight. There's also stuff going on there tomorrow. I'll get to one of them here in just a minute. Put some pork on your fork at the 10th annual Effingham Jam, located at the Effingham County Courthouse Square, mainly at the old courthouse. The Effingham Jam is an annual barbecue competition in downtown Effingham, and it's an evening full of live music, food, and fun. Bring the kids along. They'll have there's a free kids area as well as that'll start at 5 o'clock. It features, this is good clean fun right here, a giant foam cannon. I don't know if they let the kids shoot the giant foam cannon or not, but that seems worth the price of admission, especially since the price of admission is free. The Effingham Jam tonight in downtown Effingham. Also in Effingham tonight, Picasso, P-A-W, Picasso paint and swap. That's going to take place at the Tuscan Hills Winery out there on Historic Hills Drive in Effingham. Unleash your inner artists at the Picasso paint and swap. It'll be a fun night of painting, swapping paints, I guess, swapping paintings, and supporting a great cause. All proceeds benefit Vital Paws, PAWS. That's a critical care program established by Coda's Gift of Positivity, PAWSITIVITY, Positivity, and Effingham Animal Rescue Center, or EARS, Animal Rescue Support. That's what it is. Spots are limited, so grab your friends, sign up today. That's $50. Now it's $50. All the funds go to a great cause. So, and plus it includes guided painting, as well as laughter, wine, a unique chance to swap your artwork with somebody new, the perfect way to make memories as well as to meet fellow animal enthusiasts. Again, tickets are $50, include all supplies and a glass of wine. How about that? There are only 50 seats available, so I don't know how many they've sold, but you might want to consider that before you go. You can go to www.effinghamwinery.com for tickets to the event. What's going on this weekend? Beautiful weekend. Should be just gorgeous. Saturday, July 19th, there'll be a car show out at the Charlie Brown Park. 21st Annual Clay County Cruisers Car, Truck, and Motorcycle Show on the 19th on Saturday. Again, at Charlie Brown Park. Registration starts at 9 a.m. and awards will be at 2 p.m. Concessions provided by Hog Trough. And for more information, give them a call at 618-676-4005 or 676-7732. That'll be a lot of fun. Puzzle swap event. I saw this. I thought, do people really do this? Apparently they do. Jigsaw puzzle swap event down at the Fairfield Public Library on Saturday. It'll be from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon, morning and afternoon. Puzzle lovers are invited to join the puzzle swap. The event encourages participants to bring in a puzzle and trade it for a different one available at the swap. Now, don't bring in one that's missing a piece or something like that. It's a great opportunity for folks to refresh their puzzle collections and connect with fellow jigsaw puzzle enthusiasts. Attendees are asked to bring only complete and well-packaged puzzles to ensure quality exchanges. Yeah, you don't want one of those puzzles that has maybe the edge of the cardboard box loose. Isn't that the worst? You get, when's the last time you put together a jigsaw puzzle, you got to the end, and you realized you were missing a piece or two? Actually, that's whenever I used to put together jigsaw puzzles. I don't do them anymore. But we'd always, and this may be a bad thing to say, but we always counted the pieces when we got started because you're flipping over all the pieces, right? You're throwing all the pieces out on the table. You flip them all over so that you can see that you got the right side up. Now I was a child when they did this, and maybe mom and dad wanted to give us children something to do. I'm not sure. That is well within the realm of possibility. But, they would have us count the pieces. If it was a 500-piece puzzle, we'd count 500 pieces and make sure all the pieces were there. If it was a 1,000-piece puzzle, it took a little bit longer. But, yeah, we would count them out. You'd count 50, move them off, 50, move them off. But I guess that was a way to teach kids how to count. I don't know. Maybe they knew that I was going to become a banker or something in a previous life. Could be. That is, again, on Saturday at the Fairfield Library. What else going on Saturday? over in Centralia. The Downtown Summer Concert Series continues with the Nathaniel James Band. This is at the intersection of Broadway and Oak in downtown Centralia. Free admission. The music starts at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. They're going to have food trucks, 3-on-3 basketball. That's fun at the tournament, as well as the Suds Fest Brew competition. Hey, maybe they're giving away or selling samples. Always good opportunity to get a chance to try somebody else's beer they've made, as well as compete in the street singing contest. The event is sponsored by Monk and Otto. Again, the Downtown Summer Concert Series over there in Centralia. And I mentioned I had something else to tell you from the Effingham Jam. How about on Saturday, the Ham City Jam Skate Competition? It's running from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It'll be at the Effingham Recreation Center. Skaters can enter for a $10 fee. The Ham City Jam brings skaters from across the Midwest to the Effingham Skate Park for an action-packed day of competition. Warm-ups go from 9 to 11 with the competition starts at noon. Okay, warm-ups from 9 to 11, competition at noon. That makes more sense. Skaters can enter with a $10 fee, and all skill levels are welcome to join. There you go. That's a lot of fun stuff taking place this weekend. What else is going on this weekend? Well, this is National Tropical Fruit Day here on this Friday. Today, folks celebrate the delicious food holiday, National Tropical Fruit Day. This fruity national day celebrates the variety of exotic tropical fruit from around the world that gives you folks the opportunity to get a taste of maybe some sweet facts as well. Tropical fruits grow in regions where the weather is hot and humid, like within the Tropic of Cancer or the Tropic of Capricorn, maybe Asia, Africa, Central and South America. The Caribbean produce, and the Caribbean produce some of the most delicious tropical fruits in the world. Some familiar tropical fruit, I guess you see a few there. You got, I don't see bananas. Yeah, there's a bananas there toward the back. Coconuts, I see. That's a big mango there in the middle. Pineapple parts, looks like the edge of a pineapple. I don't see an avocado in that bunch. Kiwi, I think kiwi might be the one with the top cut out of it. I'm not sure. Let's see if this picture. I think kiwi actually is the little green one there, as well as papayas. I think papaya is the one on the left there. All kinds of fun tropical fruits, orange, pineapples, all kinds of stuff. What makes it so unique? Well, of course, the place where it grows. Many regions now produce tropical fruit for export. Health benefits of tropical fruit. Well, many folks refer to them as superfoods because they're full of vitamins and minerals. Because they are also rich in potassium, they help regulate blood pressure and helps in maintaining a healthy heart. Protein digesting enzymes that reduce inflammations, including kidney inflammation, as well as vitamin C. Who knows? All kinds of good stuff in tropical fruit. I have no idea what that one in the center is. The odd-looking pink one there with the speckles in it. What is that thing? I guess I don't eat that one. I'm not going to eat. I don't plan to anyway. But yeah, tropical fruit is a nice to enjoy. Here now, this one I can get behind. I can get quite a bit behind this one. I like it a lot, and I'm probably one. I'm guessing maybe 1 in 50, maybe 1 in 5 people have tried this, and I don't know how many like it. I like caviar. National Caviar Day recognizes a seafood delicacy with roe on toast. Well, there's no toast there. Let's see, is there toast in that one? Nope. That is this day also raises awareness about the survival of the sturgeon. In simple terms, caviar is sturgeon fish eggs. That is some. Whenever you see the dark black caviar like that, that makes you think that was probably pretty hearty and tasty. As a result, let's see, in simple terms, caviar, sturgeon, fish eggs, several species of fish, and as a result, caviar produced varies in colors depending on the species. Caviar is full of protein and vitamins, making it a healthy meal. The United States led distribution of 600 tons per year until around 1900, and then due to overharvesting, the sturgeon was gone from the U.S., and they since then they've tried to reintroduce sturgeon, and also you get farm made caviar, but the thing is, a sturgeon who knew, has to be 6 to 25 years old to be able to create the caviar. So that's why they get it from Russia. Beluga is one of the favorite caviars. That's today. If you get the opportunity, if you're in Chicago, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, within maybe the next month or two, because I think they're closing. They've been open for maybe 10 years. There's a restaurant called Heritage, the Heritage. It's on Ohio, I believe, and it's like 2500 Ohio. Great restaurant. They specialize in caviar and champagne. You can't go wrong with a caviar and champagne restaurant. Plus, the other folks are from Southern Illinois, so that's cool. But they're being forced out of business, losing their lease. The neighborhood is becoming gentrified. Problems Chicago people but we don't. But if you get the opportunity, go to Heritage in Chicago. They may reopen somewhere else. I hope they do. What else is going on this weekend, folks? This is also National Daiquiri Day on Saturday. This is when folks across the U.S. fill their glasses with a rum-based cocktail and toast to National Daiquiri Day. Raise your glass and join all others in the celebration. It's a family of cocktails. Main ingredients are rum, citrus juice, typically lime, and sugar. That's some good-looking daiquiris. That one looks like a strawberry daiquiri right there. Tasting of sunshine and beaches. It might be hard to believe how the daiquiri came to be. Back in 1898, while men were blasting away in the mines of a small community off the coast of Cuba during the Spanish-American War, one American engineer, Jennings Cox, supervised a mining operation located in a village named Daiquiri. Every day after work, Cox and employees would gather at the Venus Bar. Then one day, Cox mixed up Bacardi rum, lime, and sugar in a tall glass of ice. He named the new beverage after the Daiquiri mines, and the drink soon became a staple in Havana, moving from Havana to the United States after that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. The daiquiri having its start back in I guess in wartime, in the Spanish-American War. Hey, we won. That's cool. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Good stuff to see tonight. Major League Baseball, back at it. They are at it tonight. Starts actually this afternoon at 1:20 up in Chicago. The Red Sox are in town playing the Cubs. It'll be Lucas Giolito on the mound for the Sox. Colin Ray takes the hill for Chicago. At 6:07 tonight, it's San Francisco at Toronto. By the way, Cubs game's on Marquee, channel 367. The Giants are at the Blue Jays at 6 o'clock tonight, 6:07. It'll be Justin Verlander versus Chris Bassett. That's on Major League Baseball Network, channel 357. The White Sox are at the Pirates. That's Jonathan Cannon versus Mitch Keller, Chicago Sports Network, channel 353. And that's at 5:40. And at 7:40 tonight, Cardinals are on the road, back in action out in Colorado. You gotta beat the Rockies, Cardinals. You cannot afford to lose any games in Colorado. Pardon me, that's on Monday. Tonight they're playing the Diamondbacks. That's Sonny Gray versus Merrill Kelly. You can afford to lose one of the Diamondbacks. They're okay. Merrill Kelly, good pitcher. Again, that's at 7:40 tonight. FanDuel Network, channel 370. Plus, we'll talk about the British Open today. Turn on your TV. Well, you can switch channels to it right now. It started about 1:30 this morning over there. It'll be on USA Network, channel 270. Hey, Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's our weekly, did I even say? Let's take the points. We'll be right back after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Again, it's our weekly Take the Point show. Hey, by the way, I meant to mention this earlier. You know what is the toughest thing about only having one eye to see out of? Well, other than, whatever I'm seeing in this eye right now is garbled. And it'll probably be that way for a little while. But the thing is, depth perception. Depth perception is very difficult with only one eye. You don't realize it until you try to grab the water bottle or something like that. You're looking at the water bottle, you grab where you think it ought to be, and it's not there. Because you use that second eye to figure out, it's like the divining rod. You know, the folks when they're out there witching for water, they've got the two rods. That's how that eye works. It helps you go like that and grab the water bottle correctly. I'm just telling you, nobody warned me about that. It is it's a little tricky. And like I said, I just hit the wrong button. Now, granted, I do occasionally hit the wrong buttons on my little keypad here. But yeah, I hit the wrong button. So, and that may happen again. Who knows? But we'll all work through. Hey, you going to watch the British Open this weekend? It started Thursday. It runs today, and it's running through Sunday afternoon. I always enjoy the British Open. It's with the fourth major, and I tend to think of it of enjoyability to watch is first or second. I like the U.S. Open. Probably it'd be between the U.S. Open and the British Open, but they both switch golf courses, so you get to see the variety. It's not like the Masters where they're always playing on the same course. You're familiar with it. You know what you're going to see. Not like that at the British Open and the U.S. Open. U.S. Open starts later in the day, and of course goes sometimes, if it's on the West Coast, goes late at night. The British Open starts early. If you're an early bird, you can get up at 1:30 this morning or 12:30 this morning and watch golf for like 15 hours in a row. Because they play in Scotland and England, where where the sun goes down later because they're way above, they're way up there close to the Arctic Circle sometimes, and they do it in July, so it's their longest days of the year. It'll be bright, sunshiny out till 9 o'clock their time, and they'll still be playing. That's how they can do it with 156 players. They'll just be going all day long. It's not that big a deal. Here's what the layout looks like. They're playing at Royal Portrush in Scotland. In Northern Ireland. That's in Northern Ireland, and this is kind of a little bit of a layout. This is more of a fans layout because you can see that red line is where they suggest the fans walk to get a chance to see all the holes and see everything. Maybe, but. The other thing, they always have the most interesting holes, and they have the most interesting weather as well at the Open. It just changes everything up. Like the U.S. Open, they had such horrific weather on Sunday, and that made for a wild finish where J.C. Spahn was able to win the U.S. Open on the last day, come from behind. Just a crazy finish. That kind of thing happens over in England as well, especially when they have poor weather. What's the weather going to be like this weekend? Well, they're calling for, it's 68 degrees, 66 degrees. Well, those are the highs all week long, Thursday through Sunday. The problem is, and I'm going to have to get I could do this with a monocle, but I got two glasses. It's 75% chance of rain on Thursday, and 23% Friday, 91% chance of rain on Saturday, and 69% chance again on Sunday. So it's going to get wet. So they won't be able to, and they're playing on I'll show you pictures here in a minute. They're playing on links course. And so there's no trees. So they've had probably intended to play where they could just run it, hit the ball and make it run forever and ever. That ain't happening anymore. It's going to be a wet run. Now, the practice days, they were all dry. It was dry on all week long. Wednesday was a gorgeous day, drier than can be in Scotland. Ain't going to be like that Thursday. And plus, the wind isn't going to be huge, but there'll be 10 miles an hour wind, and that just makes for a more interesting run. I picked out a few of the holes that just to kind of give you an idea of how difficult this can be. You've got the ocean right there beside you. This is the number 7. The tee is right there, even with where it says Royal Portrush. That's the tee right above it, the back tee. Playing right against that big sand dune going into the ocean. Those are gigantic dunes, and you don't want to get too far over there, or it's going to it'll cut into your distance. That's for sure. You see that one. It's a fun little run. 7 and 8. Donluce is the name of the golf course, as well as hole number 8. I'm not even sure what Donluce means. I think it's the one that is veering over there, since it's only 434 yards. I think this one veers to the left, and you're use the same tee box for a few of these. And then you've got hole number 11. This is PG Stevenson's. I pulled this one because this looks like what is not on the fairway looks like you're on the moon. I mean that is, but those are basically bushes and brush and grass. Terrible, awful grass that you don't want to be in. Here is maybe the wildest little hole on the course. This is only 236 yards. This is a par 3. You see the hole going over there to the right. You see right there next to the hole, there's a cliff. Basically, I saw a dude hitting a ball from it. If you get down into that mess, you're just in severe trouble. You can't see the hole. You can't see a thing. It's a blind shot, and he knocked it. The guy who was talking about it, he hit it up into the bleachers above it. So 16's fun, and then there's always good clean fun to name a hole purgatory. This is 17. It's a par 4, just 409 yards, but you really need to make sure you avoid all the bunkers and stuff on those holes. Yeah, so it's an interesting course. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, tell you a little bit about some of the folks expected to do well. We've got our picks yet, the take the points picks. I'll tell you, they're all three. One of them's in Scotland right now, so he's out there scouting it. He did a lot of scouting. He's ready to make his picks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We've got British Open picks coming up. Then we're going to talk a little baseball. Back in a sec.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. By the way, if you're just joining the show, I mentioned it earlier. I had a little eye surgery a couple of weeks ago. Working on it. It'll be back to normal. Hopefully by baseball season, football season coming up. We're all fingers crossed. Talking about the British Open. Over there, they just call it the Open Championship. Trying to get folks over here just to call it the Open Championship instead of the British Open. As I was growing up, It was the British Open. You didn't call it the Open Championship. It was the British Open. They're trying to get the Open Championship to stick. I guess they have. I don't know. I call it the British Open, but I might have been. That's the way I've been raised. So everybody else, it's like the baseball. I'll get to the All-Star game here in a little bit, but it's like the All-Star game. The Major League Baseball folks weren't calling that a shootout. After they were calling it a swing along or something like that, a home run swing out instead of a shootout. It was the strangest thing. It's clearly a home run shootout for the playoffs or for the winning of the thing. But we'll get to that in a minute. What is going on? Who is expected or hoped for to win the Open Championship 2025? See if there, even the gambling services are calling it the Open Championship. Scotty Scheffler at 5-1 is the favorite. Now, this is Rory McIlroy's hometown course. This is basically from his area. He grew up like 7 or 8 miles from it. And he hasn't been playing great this year. He won the Masters, of course, to complete the career Grand Slam. And he won the TPC before that, which is some people say the 5th major. But other than that, he hasn't played all that well. And he comes into this as the number 2 pick. John Rahm at 11-1, the number 3. And then you can go on down there. Any real surprises up high? Not tremendous surprises. The interesting thing with 150 people, they're not giving. Somebody's going to make some money. Somebody is going to make some money on a bet. For instance, Justin Rose at 60-1. Justin Rose was in the final group last year with Xander Schauffele. He almost won it. It was a tremendously close, basically like match golf. And Justin Rose is 60-1 in his own tournament. He's a Britisher, man. That's one you might want to consider thinking about. 11 of the last 14 winners of the British Open had at least one top 5 finish in at least one of their last 6 events before the Open. 7 of the last 13 winners had a win in one of the 6 events prior to the Open. Some other telltale signs of somebody doing very well. 14 of the last 15 winners had at least 4 career worldwide wins. That's telling you, you better have won something before you get to the end of here. 13 of the last 15 winners had played the Open at least 4 times. You're going to go for a new shooter? You might want to keep that in mind. The new shooters don't do all that well. 15 of the last 15 had at least one top 5 finish earlier in the season. So if somebody hasn't finished in the top 5, they're not going to come in and win this. I don't know. There's some thought. Who do you like? Let's go look a little farther down. You've got former winners on this list, and with Ben Griffin there at 100-1. Tristan Lawrence is somebody what folks are going to think about. Ricky Fowler, how about that? Gets back into a British Open at 150-1, and Tony Finau at 175. Those are folks who we usually pick here on Big Talk on the Take the Points show. I don't believe anybody picked any of those guys this time. That's screen 2. You want to really start going deep into the bag of tricks. You've got Sergio Garcia at 200-1. You have anybody else there? Phil Mickelson, 350-1. Padraig Harrington at 350-1. Lee Westwood at 350-1. Those are veterans. It seems like you always see veterans doing real well in the British Open, usually on day 1 or 2. Then it takes a toll. And then that's when the younger players, the 30-year-olds, the 25 to 40-year-olds, they're kind of able to keep the pace up, and that's where the older fellows kind of start slacking out. And then you get into the final page, including Stuart Sink, former champion. This is where you get the former champions who really don't have much of a chance, like I say, Stuart Sink. But Zach Johnson's a former champion at 500 to 1. Stuart Sink, a former champion at 500 to 1. And Stuart Sink, he beat Tom Watson in this tournament. Oh boy, what was that? 2010. That's the thing. If you win in the British Open, you get to compete in the British Open until after you're 55. So Sink, man, it must not be 55 yet. So you still get in. Zach Johnson will be there for another 2 or 3 years. How are we doing it? What are we doing? Well, by the way, I told you about the course being can be a little scary, like with hills and stuff. How about this shot behind Rory teeing off? Yeah, that is quite the change of elevation there behind him. I think that's a pretty cool shot. Here's what we're doing: Xander Schauffele to beat Tommy Fleetwood. He's plus 127 against Tommy Fleetwood, is who Weeze is taking. Schauffele maybe finally turning it around. He's had a rough year, and but Weeze likes him against Tommy. Tommy playing in his own Open. He's one of those guys who'll play well. His name will show up in the first couple of days, and I like that bet. Ludwig Aubert versus Tyrell Hatton. Who knows? That's kind of a toss-up. I like Keegan Bradley. I like the number that I'm getting there. He's coming in playing very well, so I'm going to throw him in the top 20 for for 3 to 1 money. That's pretty good. He's playing very well. And you want another shot in the dark? Tom McKibben. All right. You're saying, Bruce, who in the world is Tom McKibben? Is that dude from Fairfield, the Fairfield McKibbens? No. Tom McKibben is from Portrush. He is a member of this club. He plays on the LIV Tour. Now, granted, I hate betting on a LIV guy, but he plays on the LIV Tour, and he's had 2 top 5s in the last 4 or 5 sets over there in the LIV. He might be. I think he's due. Let's see. I've also got Victor Hovland to win and Matthew Fitzpatrick to win. I like their numbers. Jamie has Victor Hovland in the top 10. That's a pretty good number he's getting there. He's got Tony Finau getting in the top 10. Finau, a long, long shot. John Rahm at 12 to 1 for $10 to win. That's a good number. Corey Connors for Lucas, 42 to 1 to win, as well as Haddon for 30 to win at 30 to 1. And Justin Thomas, top 10 at plus 340. Justin Thomas comes in playing he's having a rough stretch right now, and if he provides a nice winner for Lucas, more power to him. But there you go, folks. There's the take the points picks. We'll see next week. I'll tell you how we did, and I'm certain that I'll have all kinds of green on the sheet to show you. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Big Talk with the Bruce Dickey. Let's talk baseball. Back in a sec.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Did you watch the All-Star game last night? I didn't see the game. I don't typically watch a ton of All-Star games. I never watch the NBA or the Pro Bowl or the NHL, and I do like the Major League All-Star game for the most part. I didn't see a lick of it until the home run shootout at the end. I thought that was fun. I thought that was good, clean fun to have that home run shootout. They've put that in basically to have a home run derby to figure out who wins. They're able to you only get 3 swings. You got 3 players taking 3 swings for each side. I got a note on my phone. Hey, they're going to do a home run shootout. Boom! I was right to the TV. I wanted to see it because it was the first time. A lot of fun. Well done, Major League Baseball. Nice way to avoid extra innings in the All-Star game. That's pretty cool. Over halfway through the season. We're about 5/8 of the way through the season. Who's doing what? Here we are, the American League. The All-Star break is usually when folks decide, if you're not paying attention now, you're not going to be paying attention. But you've got the Blue Jays leading the Yankees by 2. Blue Jay, they've each kind of limped into the All-Star break with 2 losses each. The Blue Jays were playing very well before that, and they're 2 games up. You've got the Tigers. You can almost just give that division to the Tigers right there. And then you have the Astros at 56 and 40, beginning to build their lead there on the Mariners, and the Astros probably look solid to win that division. Then, let's see, seeing as we were looking at that, the Yankees are still favored in the American League East. That just is astonishing to me. Blue Jays are playing well, and they're getting 2-1 money. Look at that. Blue Jays are up 2 games with, 60 to go? 66 games to go, 2/3 of the way through the season almost. I don't know what people are thinking. Then you have, I talked about the Astros, 5 games ahead of the Mariners, but they're minus 420. Folks think the Astros are going to win. The Tigers, you can hardly even bet on anybody else to win the American League Central, as you see the Royals and Twins 45-1 to win the division. Tigers are basically going to win it. How about the National League? You've got the Phillies and the Mets virtually tied, well ahead of everybody else. Phillies half a game up on the Mets, and that would have been different if the depending on how Sunday went. Then you have the Cubs and the Brewers. Really, the Brewers have won 7 in a row. 8-2 over their last 10 games. Cubs are winning, but boy, oh boy, those Brewers aren't going away. And the Cubs almost with the best record in the major leagues there, as they are 57-39. And then you have the Cardinals, 51-46, 97 games in, 526. That's probably not going to get it done. Here's what it looks like in the National League East. As we talked about the Mets and the Phillies. Phillies expected to win, even though they are behind. They're only up half a game with 65 games to go for the Mets. The Phillies, that's a pretty good spread there, -155. I'm kind of surprised. I guess folks think the Mets were just kind of maybe a faux chance. The Dodgers, look at that. 2000, they've kind of taken charge of that Western Division, 5.5 games up on the Padres. The Giants are 6 games back. It's going to be tough for anybody to catch the Dodgers. And the Brewers and the Cubs. The Cubs are -300 over the Brewers at +220. Folks, there's some opportunity right there on the Brewers. They are playing good baseball, and they are the hot team. Maybe they're just hot right now. So looking at that, does that make you wonder who's going to win the wild cards? You kind of have about 4 of those division champions probably picked. Who's going to be in the wild card contention? Well, there's the American League. 3 teams make the wild card round. That would be right now the Yankees and Red Sox and Mariners. I don't know if the Red Sox are really hot right now since they traded their stud. You know, they traded away Rafael Devers, and since then they've gone like 10-1 or 10-2. What have the Red Sox gone lately? They are. Look at that, 10-0. They've won 10 in a row. So, the Red Sox smoking hot right now. And they have a good chance to catch the Yankees. Then you have the Mariners. Would the Rays have a chance to catch the Yankees? Yeah, everybody's got a solid chance up there in the top 4. How about the National League? Brewers look like they're just going to grab that last wild card. It might be that first wild card between them and the Cubs. And then the Mets, you got to figure the Mets and the the Mets and the Phillies are both well ahead. And then you get the Padres and Giants fighting it out along with the Cardinals for that last one. It's going to come down. It's going to come down to kind of decision time for several of these teams with the trade deadline looming in about 2 weeks. What are they going to do? Will the Cardinals try to trade? Will they try to move up? Will they get rid of Helsley? Some folks think they should have gotten Helsley quite some time ago. Who knows what they're going to do? Let's come back, talk a little bit more baseball after these. Do stick around.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield banking companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As you get to this point, you also kind of start thinking about who's going to win Cy Young, who's going to win MVP. I'll go over these real quick, but then because then I have something else I want to show you about the Cubs, Cardinals, and White Sox here in a second. American League MVP, Cal Raleigh. Is he making a run at Aaron Judge? He's got a chance, but I tell you what, Aaron Judge having a year for the ages, it'd be almost impossible to catch. And same story, Pete Crow Armstrong having he'd be about your best chance to catch Shohei Ohtani for the MVP. It is Ohtani's to lose unless somebody gets hurt, and you don't want to see that. And the American League Cy Young, does Scooble have it again for 2 years in a row? You might have a little better chance of catching him if you're a Garrett Crochet or Jacob deGrom. He could heat up for the last part of the year. He's capable, even though he usually gets hurt. The Cy Young in the National League switched around recently as Zach Wheeler caught up to Paul Skeens about a couple of weeks ago. That was all Skeens, and now it's Zach Wheeler has caught up, but that's a tight one. Pick the winner from the pitcher from the winning team or the pitcher from the losing team that doesn't get too much support. I would probably go with Wheeler. He's never won it, but you never know. You never know what voters are going to do. And the Rookie of the Year, The Miz, 5 appearances, and he's already the favorite for the Rookie of the Year. The reason? Nobody else is having a great year. Any of those other rookies in the National League. Jacob Wilson, almost better than even money, or to bet to a little bit worse than even money. Actually, the player for the Oakland A's, Sacramento A's. Pardon me. Looks like he's got that one wrapped up. All right. Say you're a Cardinal fan, or you're a Cub fan, or you're a White Sox fan. God bless you if you are. What is going to happen to the rest of the year? Well, if you're a Cub fan, can you still bet on the number of wins and losses for the Cubs? Right now, the Cubs are 57-39. To go over 94 wins, let's see, they need to go, that'd be 38, and they have 39 losses, so they have to win 38 games out of their final 66 games. That's doable. Cubs, if you want to bet on them to make the playoffs, looks like, that's a winner. They're going to make the playoffs. Here are the Cardinals' numbers. Over 84.5 wins or under 84.5 wins. Under 84 is the favorite. Cardinals are 51-46 right now. And where they are right now, they would be right at 84 wins. So if they go 500 the rest of the year, they're at 84 and 79 or 78. And then the White Sox, also to make the playoffs, plus 220 or minus 305. I'd stay away from that. And then the White Sox, they don't get to make the playoffs with the White Sox. Over or under 52.5 wins. They've got 32 now. Can they win 20? over the last part of the season? Can they win 20 games out of their last 67? Your choice. I don't know that they can. They're not a good team. White Sox stink on ice. They're not the worst team. That's the crazy thing. Hey, folks, thanks so much for tuning in and watching Big Talk. We'll see y'all next week. Have a great weekend.